Michael Clarke has got off to a great start in the second innings of this, his first ever Ashes Test match. Indeed, a strong performance from him should aid Australia's hopes for victory. Michael Clarke, the young Australian tyro in his Ashes Test debut, is aiming to make his mark on the hallowed turf of Lords. It's his first visit here, and he went for just 11 in the first innings, trapped in front by Simon Jones and Plum LBW.
That brings up his half-century.
50 for Michael Clarke. The blonde bombshell from New South Wales is back as a Test match cricketer, and now if he can knuckle down 100, it's there for the taking. Now for all you youngsters out there, that is a perfect example of how to play the stroke.
Clarke facing. There's some overthrows here.
They cannot afford to give runs away like that. That's not a very good throw.
Giles continues.
What a super stroke. Do you know, I didn't think that was a bad ball either.
It's straight to a fielder.
Cracking stroke. The secret was that he got his feet into position early and had plenty of time to play it. That's it for the second session of play. Much, I think, for the fielding side to think about in the dressing room during the tea break. We'll take a short break and see you back here soon. Right on the stroke of 4 o'clock. The bowlers are at the end of their mark, the batsmen are ready, and so are we for the final session of play.
Fielded by the man out long on. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Martin said no to another run.
Don't even bother chasing that. That's away into the bleachers.
He picked that up beautifully.
His straight driving is perfect.
Clarke facing. He struck 2 sixes now off this over from Flintoff. Really given that a whack. 6 runs. That was just inches from the stumps. Played into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. He looked as if he was home to me. That's a good call from Clark. It's straight to a fielder. Martin facing. It's straight to a fielder.
Well, that's perfection. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just stroked it away.
It's straight to a fielder. Flintoff is going to try over the wicket. Flintoff to begin a new over.
Yep, he does play that shot really well, and of course it brings him a lot of runs. Cracking stroke. He's in good touch.
Oh, that's a really superb shot. We can have a look at that again. Clark waiting at the striker's end.
Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that.
Let's see the action replay of that. Clark facing. That brings up his century.
That's a magical innings. It's 100 he'll never forget, and neither will any of us who've watched it. A disappointing first innings by the Australians, who were bowled out for 190. Now the bowling attack, which is headed by Glenn McGrath, is required to strike back immediately against the old enemy. The players and the umpires are making their way to the middle for the start of play in England's first innings. There are Marcus Trescothick and Andrew Strauss, who surely are looking to build the base for England's total. You can bet your life that the new ball specialist, the master, Glenn McGrath, has other ideas. Out in the middle now is Marcus Trescothick.
McGrath is going to try over the wicket. That was a no ball by McGrath. There's the umpire signal, no ball. McGrath is going to try over the wicket. Just shoulders arms to that one. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. McGrath is coming around the wicket. It's edged and out. That flew off the edge, but he managed to get a hand to it, and it stuck.
An early wicket like that puts such pressure on the batting side.
McGrath gets his first wicket. That's a duck for Trescothick.
Well, he hasn't troubled the scorers with that, not.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion.
After an OK performance with the bat, Australia must be looking to rattle England with the ball. A combination of speed and spin is the best way to gain ascendancy in this Test match.
Ricky Ponting is about to make a bowling change. Yup, it's Shane Warne who's coming on to bowl his first ball of the innings. He'll bowl in tandem with Brett Lee. Now that's a useful combination for the Australians. Spin at one end and speed at the other as they look to make the breakthrough.
Out in the middle now is Marcus Trescothick.
Lee is switching to round the wicket. Lee is coming around the wicket. It's edged and out. Great reflexes. He's made it look so easy.
Now that's an important catch. Oh boy, is that an important catch, and didn't he do well to cling on?
This was how the innings ended for Tristan.
And taking guard now is Michael Vaughan.
Got him, yes, he's out. All easy to pick the ball out against the crowd, but he saw that early and had no problem.
Straight down the fielder's throat. That's incredible. Straight down his throat. He didn't have to move an inch.
Lee gets his second wicket.
What an excellent demonstration of accurate and fast bowling. Every batsman has struggled to cope with the speed and the extra bounce too.
Bell waiting at the striker's end.
Well, the bowler didn't do too much wrong there. Just a quite brilliant bit of batting. The great thing is they're not under pressure with time, so they don't need to take any...
Lee is switching to round the wicket. That's edged and out. Great catch. He got his hands in the right place and somehow it stuck. This was how the wicket fell.
This is Kevin Peterson.
Lee is going to try over the wicket. They'll be aiming for that rough stuff. Warren is going to be trying to pitch the ball into the rough. Comfortably held by Martin.
Brilliantly taken by the fielder, brilliant. He's backed up the bowler at a time when it was most needed.
Warren gets his first wicket.
With victory in Australia's grasp, the loss of top-order batsmen has suddenly made the task difficult. Warne and Lee are at the crease. Only 2 wickets are in hand. Can Australia win the second test?
Australia in desperate trouble here at 177 for 8 as Shane Warne faces up to Andrew Flintoff. It is up to the Australian tail to pull off a miracle because for sure England can scent victory. Still a further 105 needed by the Australians if they're to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
Shane Warne is facing.
Flintoff at the start of his run-up. That was 6 all the way.
Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that.
Hardly seemed to hit that, yet it sailed over the ropes.
That is massive. Oh, he looks good when he hits down the ground. Very good.
Flintoff continues.
He'll have enjoyed that. Perfectly timed and 4 from the moment it left the bat. And out in the middle is Brett Lee. His first innings bowling figures were nothing special, if we're honest. Let's see if he can bounce back here. great shot. A great stroke. That was 4 from the moment that it left the bat.
Hit straight to a fielder. Lee waiting at the striker's end.
Well, the trouble with bowling there is that it's his favourite area, and he'll hammer you every time. Oh, there's a confidence booster if ever I saw one. It'll get rid of any nerves for sure.
And the end of the over.
There's plenty of time left, so I guess the message is don't take any risks. Oh, that's a gift, just a gift, and this guy's too good to ignore gifts like that.
That's 50 for a war.
He's applied himself superbly out there. You know, conditions have been tricky, but it's a top-class innings, this one.
Stopped in the covers.
Oh, good shot. Saw it early, got in position quickly, and nailed it.
One facing.
Effortless, brilliant, and maximum.
Just one there. Harmison continues.
That's a classic, as good as you'll ever see, a masterful stroke. And look how the spectators respond. They love that sort of batting. Oh, another one of those, and this bowler will be out of the attack.
They'll be looking for that ball for days. Stopped in the covers.
The great thing is they're not under pressure with time, so they don't need to take any risks. They should really get themselves in before they start to play extravagant strokes.
Lay it away with comfort. Fielded by the man out long on. A hopeful shout, and the batsman was easily in. The batsmen changed their mind. Fielded by the man out long on. It looked as if he was home to me. Warren sending him back. Flintoff continues. He's worked that into the gap.
Well, he was lively first up and is hungry again, I reckon.
That was a no ball by Flintoff. There's the umpire signal, no ball. He was pushing his luck a little there. It was a good piece of running.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully.
Got onto that one.
Well, a player of this quality just doesn't miss out on opportunities like that. Onto it in a flash. Set fields for a shot like that. Brilliant! Beautifully played. You couldn't imagine anything better. He loves it there. That's a great stroke. 4 more.
These two are building a solid partnership. Fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home.
Nicely timed. You don't need to smash the ball to the boundary every time. Sometimes ease and grace will do.
Lee waiting at the striker's end. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Comfortably held by Peterson.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly.
Warren waiting at the striker's end. That's a century for Warren.
Oh, he's played really well out there and thoroughly deserves that 100. Now, the key thing is to keep going because there's a big total to be had here today.
Australia have been outplayed in this third test. The top order are well below par, so can the tail end save face by preventing the follow-on?
Adam Gilchrist has gone and Australia are struggling at 186 for 6. Shane Warne and Michael Clarke are together. They've got to rescue the innings and somehow avoid the follow-on. Warne looks in good touch. We can't rule anything out from him. Michael Clarke, of course, is injured as he faces his first delivery from Simon Jones.
On strike is Michael Clarke.
Oh, that really was a super stroke.
Yep, he does play that shot really well. And of course, it brings him a lot of runs.
We can have a look at that again. Players are leaving the pitch. The covers are being brought out and it's raining quite hard.
This is exactly the scene that every cricketer dreads. The rain beginning to pour down. I think this could be a longer delay than we had first expected. Frustration all round. Good morning and welcome to the start of another day's play. The players have made it to the middle now, and up in his seat in the commentary box is Richie Bennett.
Thanks, Mark. Welcome back to the cricket ground for this next session of play. Clarke waiting at the striker's end. That one's gone to the fence. Jones continues. He runs here. Fielded by the man at long on. He was pushing his luck a little there. That's 2 more runs on the board.
Shane Warne's on strike.
Fielded by the man at long on. Played into the gap. Direct hit would have got him. That takes him into double figures. Giles is coming around the wicket. What a marvellous catch. An easy catch.
Very safely done. He's got soft hands, his eyes were level.
That's found the gap in the field. There it goes. Stopped in the covers.
Well, the bowler can't really complain about that. It's a poor line and been suitably punished.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion.
You just don't see it played much better than that. Marvellously well played.
Let's see the action replay of that.
Oh, that's a gift, just a gift, and this guy's too good to ignore gifts like that. Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that.
It's straight to a fielder. It's straight to a fielder.
Excellent shot, excellent. Such an exciting player to watch. Oh, there's a demoralizing sight for any bowler. The ball is just sailing over the fence. Oh, and the bowler can't believe it. That's out of the ground. Maximum.
Jones to start another over of this long spell. Marvellous stuff.
He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral, not so good for the bowler.
That brings up his half-century.
Oh, Shane Warne is a dangerous man. Beware if you're in the opposition. He goes to 50 today, and you wouldn't back against him going on to make more. He still doesn't have that elusive 100 in Test match cricket. Huge! That is huge! A great stroke. My goodness, this guy can play. What a pleasure to watch him too.
Stopped in the covers. That's 2 sixes off the over now. Pushed into the gap. Giles is switching to round the wicket.
That is massive. Miles, he's hit it miles.
Diving for cover with that one. Hit straight to a fielder. What a marvellous shot. Hit straight to a fielder.
Skipper won't be pleased with him after that over. Fantastic shot there. And I think he knew it was four just as soon as he struck it. Thank you. 4 runs. You've got to pitch the ball further up on this surface.
There should be some runs here. Fielded by the man at long on. The sweeper picks up. He's not a good judge of a run, is he? He's really given that a whack. 6 runs.
Oh, it's a monster. Ricky Ponting's on 48 and looking good. If ever a captain's innings was required, now's the time for Ponting to do something special and get Australia back into the game.
Australia are 135 for 3. Ricky Ponting's unbeaten on 48, and he's the key to the whole thing. England, of course, desperate for quick wickets as they're pushing for victory. There's still a 288 difference between the sides, but it's the resolve of the Australian captain that could decide the whole afternoon.
And facing is Ricky Ponting.
There's his half-century.
He's applied himself superbly out there. You know, conditions have been tricky, but it's a top-class innings. That's ideal. A perfect example of how to play that shot, and he deserved 4 for it.
Let's see the action replay of that.
That's a good one. Well timed and 4. Beautifully placed. Goodness, he's in good nick.
We can have a look at that again. That's found the gap in the field. Batsmen will have to be more careful now, having got away with that. They've turned that into 2. That's good running. The sweeper picks up. A hopeful shout. And the batsman was easily in. Ponting, sending him back. That was a superb placement. Smashed that a long way.
He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral, not so good for the bowler.
That's a big hit. It's 6.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
He was struggling there, but somehow he's got away with it. Played into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. That was a very anxious moment for the batsman there. He must be starting to think of 3 figures now. Steered expertly into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. He's not a good judge of a run, is he? That's the second 6 from the over.
Great shot. Great shot. It just rocketed to the boundary.
And the end of the over. These 2 have now put on 50 for the 4th wicket. Marvellous stuff. Stopped in the covers. I think he was easily back in the crease there. The batsmen changed their mind. He was onto that in a flash.
What can I say about that shot? He does look in good touch today.
That brings up his century.
Now there's a high-class 100 if ever you'll see one. Ricky Punter Ponting, the Australian captain, has done a fantastic job for his side here today. He takes the applause of the crowd, knowing that he's dragged them out of the mire and set up a fantastic opportunity for Australia. Yeah, he was getting enough turnout there in the first innings and reaped full rewards. This time round, you can expect him to rip it. What a super stroke. Do you know, I didn't think that was a bad ball either.
must have been close. He's worked that into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. He was pushing his luck a little there. That's 2 more runs on the board. Play it away with comfort. Fielded by the man out long on. Just 1 run.
Excellent shot, excellent. Such an exciting player to watch.
Fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home. It's a good call from Fonting.
Yep, he does play that shot really well, and of course it brings him a lot of runs.
Turned off his hips. There's just 1 there. Just 1 run. Tucked off his legs. Direct hit would have got him.
Effortless, brilliant, and maximum. His straight driving is perfect.
Hit straight to a fielder. He looked as if he was home to me.
Oh, and the bowler can't believe it. That's out of the ground. Maximum. He's always looking for that shot. It's such a strength in his game.
Well, that'll certainly beat the fielder into the fence. He's got hold of that one, out of the ground.
Super effort. He's in fantastic form, you know, and this 100 has proved it. This is an unusual position for the Australians as they try to avoid the follow-on for the 2nd time in the series. 5 down, and things are looking bleak for them.
What an amazing position for the Australians to find themselves in. They're 100 for 5. They're trailing England by 377 after that collapse, and they still need another 178 to avoid what would be an embarrassing follow-on. They haven't followed on for an age. Adam Gilchrist and Simon Cadiger at the crease, and a lot lies on their shoulders.
Here's Adam Gilchrist.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully.
He struck that straight down the ground. Steered expertly into the gap. The sweeper picks up. That's 2 more runs on the board.
It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far.
Let's see the action replay of that.
Oh, and the bowler can't believe it. That's out of the ground. Maximum.
Oh, guard won't like that at all. That was a no ball by Hogarth.
Oh, he looks good when he hits down the ground. Very good.
There's the umpire signal, no ball.
Excellent shot. Excellent. Such an exciting player to watch. Now, for all you youngsters out there, that is a perfect example of how to play the stroke.
Tadic waiting at the striker's end.
You give this guy too much room, and it's 4 every time.
That was perfectly struck.
Yeah, he'll be pleased with that. It came pretty much out of the middle of the bat, and all in all, he looks in good touch. Cracking stroke. The secret was that he got his feet into position early and had plenty of time to play it.
Fielded by the man out long on. Fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home. Batsmen changed their mind.
That's a good, positive start, and it shows that he's very confident out there. It's not great bowling, to be honest. I don't think the captain will be too happy with that.
That's racing away for 4.
What can I say about that shot? He does look in good touch today. Fantastic shot there. And I think he knew it was 4 just as soon as he struck it.
That brings up his half-century.
And a half-century for Simon Katic, this punchy player from New South Wales. He does it with all sorts of unlikely-looking strokes at times, but the thing about him is the strength of his mind, and that's the reason that he gets to 50 today. Beautifully played. You couldn't imagine anything better. It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error.
This partnership is really frustrating the bowlers.
Well, the bowler can't really complain about that. It's a poor line and being suitably punished.
I think he was easily back in the crease there. Gilchrist sending him back. Katic facing.
The straight drive is his favourite stroke. We know that, they should know that, and it shows.
Katic facing.
Over pitch to this guy, and you guarantee that it'll get punished. His straight driving is perfect.
It's 3-4 from the over so far.
Well, he smashed that for 4, and what a big smile on his face.
Pushed through the covers. Stopped in the covers. Katic facing.
Oh, good shot. Saw it early, got in position quickly, and nailed it.
He's not a good judge of a run, is he? Fine running by those two batsmen.
It's a good plan, this, by the batsman. You can sense that they want to run the fielders ragged. Such pressure, and mistakes will come.
There's his half-century.
Yeah, it's been a good knock, but only so far. There's a lot more to do yet.
Well, that'll beat the fielder. stopped in the covers. That's a fantastic strike.
Effortless, brilliant, and maximum.
That's 100 for Katic.
That is a very good century from Simon Katic. He really is the finished article. He's played quite excellently today, getting well forward when he's had to, then rocking back and playing all his strokes too. Terrific performance from one of the most popular men in the game.
The bowler won't like that one little bit. We can have a look at that again.
Well, the trouble with bowling there is that it's his favourite area, and he'll hammer you every time.
Played into the gap. Looks in good form out there. He gave that a bit of Larry Dooley.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully.
Having to cover and stand there.
Well, he hardly seemed to hit it, and it's 6. Now, that was a really good stroke. He looks in great touch out there.
Gilchrist waiting at the striker's end. He was struggling there, but somehow he's got away with it.
Oh, it's a monster.
That's found the gap in the field. He looked as if he was home to me. That was good running between the wickets.
Oh, good running, very good running. And it does add precious runs to the total that'll make such a difference when it gets down to the wire.
Steered expertly into the gap. Just one run.
England's top order collapse has opened the door for the Australians who surely thought they'd lost this test. Now they can attempt to claim victory as England still need 13 more to win.
Geraint Jones is out then, trying to hit Shane Warne down the ground. That was a steady catch from Michael Kasprovic. The tail is under such pressure. Still 13 needed to seal victory for England as Brett Lee starts a new over to Matthew Hoggard. Australia are proving just what a good and fighting side they are, and suddenly they have a real chance of stealing this win away from England.
Lee is coming around the wicket. Lee is switching to round the wicket. Lee is coming around the wicket. Lee is coming around the wicket. Australia have changed their field. Edged and safe. And the end of the over.
That's a good, tight over. Make the batsman work hard for his runs, and you never know what will come of it.
Warne, the bowler's wrist spin. Australia have made, he'll be aiming for that rough patch. He'll be trying to bowl into the rough. Ponting, he'll be trying to pitch the ball into the rough. They'll be aiming for that rough stuff. Oh, what a catch by Ponting.
Brilliantly taken by the fielder, brilliant. He's backed up the bowler at a time when it was most needed. You can't keep a good man down. There's a 5-wicket haul for Shane Warne, the master. Certainly the greatest of all leg spinners, arguably the greatest bowler of all time, and he has another 5-wicket haul to his name here today. We've seen all the variations too, a ripping leg break, the odd googly, plenty of top spinners. Yep, no issue. Warne is still the boss.
He'll be trying to pitch the ball into the rough. They'll be aiming for that rough stuff. Warne, they'll be aiming for that rough stuff. Out, he's been caught.
That's not a great stroke. It's almost as if he lost concentration.
Warne gets his 6th wicket. Harmison is out for a duck.
It is a long old walk back when you've made a duck. Quack, quack.
They'll be aiming for that rough stuff. He'll be trying to bowl into the rough. He'll be trying to pitch the ball into the rough. That's the end of the 30th over.
Generally, batsmen like to keep the scoreboard ticking. If they get bogged down, they begin to get frustrated, and that, of course, is when the chances come.
Ponting has made a slight change to the field. He'll be aiming for that rough patch. That is an excellent catch.
Well have been the hardest chance, but they've still got to be taken.
Australia's opening pair, Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden, have failed to be anywhere near their best in the 4 previous tests. Now is their chance to put Australia in a commanding position in the 5th and final test.
This pair of Australian Test cricketers have made for a marvellous partnership over many years, but both have failed to capture their previous form in this Ashes series. So they'll be looking to dig deep and lay the foundations for the Australians and their own futures in the Australian team.
And facing now is Justin Langer.
3 runs here. Langer facing. That was a no ball by Harmison. That's found the gap in the field. The sweeper picks up. There's the umpire signal, no ball.
It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error.
That's a beautiful shot.
You give this guy too much room and it's 4 every time.
Four runs. Racing away to the boundary.
That's a good one. Well timed and 4. Beautifully placed. Goodness, he's in good nick.
Play it away with comfort. Langer said no to another run. Beautiful piece of batting, that.
Huge! That is huge! He absolutely loves to play that shot. It's a big run earner for him too.
Should be some runs here. They've turned that into 2. That's good running. Well, that isn't the place to bowl at this batsman. Let's see the action replay of that. speeding to the boundary.
Cracking stroke. He's in good touch.
We can have a look at that again.
Opening up is Matthew Hayden.
That was sweetly timed.
What a wonderful stroke. By heaven, he looks in good shape out there.
Steered expertly into the gap. He's got it into the gap.
Good stroke, but I don't think that's the place to bowl to him.
We can have a look at that again. Flicked off his legs. Turned off his hips.
Now that will send an early message to the bowlers that they'd better keep it tight.
There's his half century.
Yeah, it's been a good knock, but only so far. There's a lot more to do yet. Oh, he played that stroke perfectly.
He timed that to perfection. Marvellous effort that. He's timing the ball perfectly today.
Yep, he does play that shot really well. And of course, it brings him a lot of runs.
This is quite an onslaught by Langer.
He loves it there. That's a great stroke. 4 more.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion.
Oh, there's a demoralising sight for any bowler. The ball is just sailing over the fence.
Turned off his hips.
Not long now until the lunch interval.
Play it away with comfort. Fielded by the man at long on. Just one run. That was a really confident shot.
Oh, he really laid into that delivery, 4 all the way.
Oh, that must have been close. That's the end of the 5th over. Steered expertly into the gap.
No boundaries. The bowlers cannot give away boundaries. They have to keep it tighter now.
Just one run.
He must concentrate on line and length. Nothing else now. It's give nothing away to the opposition. That's the message. That is massive.
Langer waiting at the striker's end. It's just one there. It's been a rather expensive over so far.
Miles, he's hit it miles.
This partnership is really frustrating the bowlers. It was a no ball by Harmison.
You give this guy too much room and it's 4 every time. Oh, another one of those, and this bowler will be out of the attack.
Langer has taken his score into the 90s. He's got it into the gap. There's just one there. Played into the gap. Langer waiting at the striker's end. Certainly saw that one early.
Well, a player of this quality just doesn't miss out on opportunities like that. Onto it in a flash.
There's his century.
That is another excellent 100 from Justin Langer, and doesn't he love it? Look at the way his eyes are sparkling. He's played typically today. He's a kind of nuggety little player, but his running between the wickets is one of the strengths of his game too. He really deserves that innings. I'm delighted for him.
You almost sense how much he loves to thread the ball through the cover region.
Hayden is now facing. Played that with superb timing.
That's a good, positive start, and it shows that he's very confident out there.
Let's see the action replay of that. That's a cracking shot.
No, that's not great bowling, to be honest. I don't think the captain will be too happy with that.
That's 50 for Hayden.
50 for Matthew Hayden. He's a run machine, this guy. He's got forward in this innings and driven the ball so strongly down the ground. And he punches the air in joy. He knows that there's something before him here. And it's 100 if he wants it.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully.
Hoggard is not impressed. Fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home. That's 2 more runs on the board. Hayden waiting at the striker's end.
Exciting, exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
Smashed that a long way. We can have a look at that again. These two are building a solid partnership.
Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that. It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error.
He's not a good judge of a run, is he?
With the game well beyond Australia's reach as Matthew Hayden and Justin Langer approach the wicket, the question is, what if bad light hadn't come to stop play on the 5th and final day?
Bad light and rain have dogged the Australians' efforts to get out there and have a crack at pulling off an incredible victory to tie the series and keep the Ashes from England. Here we go then. Langer and Hayden making their way out to the wicket as the English players and umpires are too. There's a target of 342 to win the game for Australia. Few overs remaining in the day. It'll take nothing short of a miracle.
And facing now is Justin Langer. And now the confidence is seeping through. He dispatched that with, well, with ease and grace. That's a good, positive start, and it shows that he's very confident out there. Exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum. Great strike. Great strike. 6 from the moment he hit it. Oh yes, well, timing the ball that sweetly early on in his innings is going to give him a lot of confidence.
Langer waiting at the striker's end.
The straight drive is his favourite stroke. We know that, they should know that, and it shows. Here's Matthew Hayden. No, the bowler won't be happy about that.
It's a lovely way to get off the mark. Hayden facing.
Can't set fields for a shot like that. Brilliant! Don't even bother chasing that. That's away into the bleachers.
That was sheer power.
Overpitch to this guy, and you guarantee that it'll get punished.
That is a top shot.
Miles! He's hit it miles! That is massive!
That nearly joined us up here in the commentary box.
Exciting power in that hook. He is so strong in this stroke, so strong. Extra covers the place. Pure and perfect.
Marvellous stuff.
This cover driving is a joy to watch.
That brings up his half-century.
Oh, he's done well. He's played well, all credit to him, but from the team point of view, now's the time to keep going.
He was easily back in the crease there. Batsmen changed their mind.
Such control of such a difficult stroke. What an excellent hooker of the ball he is. The bowler isn't doing enough to keep it tight. It's a surprise to me if he stays in the attack.
It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far.
That's found the gap in the field.
No, it was a flat pitch. They didn't perform as well as they can with the new ball, and I reckon they've got to improve on that.
Beautiful piece of batting, that. Hayden facing. There's his half-century.
50 for Matthew Hayden. He's a run machine, this guy. He's got forward in this innings and driven the ball so strongly down the ground, and he punches the air in joy. He knows that there's something before him here, and it's 100 if he wants it.
That's cleared the rope. 6 runs.
No, that's not great bowling, to be honest. I don't think the captain will be too happy with that. Costly, very costly. He'll need to improve on it if he's going to stay in the attack, I think.
That's cleared the boundary. 6 runs.
Now the key is that the bowlers have to keep it tight at this stage, or the match could go.
That's a big hit. It's 6.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
That was a mighty hit.
He absolutely loves to play that shot. It's a big run earner for him too. What a super stroke. Do you know, I didn't think that was a bad ball either.
That was a very anxious moment for the batsman there. Marvellous effort that. Amazing catch.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly. And facing is Ricky Ponting.
And that is an impressive shot.
Huge! That is huge!
Ponting moves into double figures with those runs.
Now, that's not the right line to bowl to this guy, not at all. He'll thrash you if you bowl there. What a wonderful stroke. By heaven, he looks in good shape out there. Four from the moment he hit it. There's a skill in that. Picking the gap is a skill.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion. And the end of the over.
Well, he can't afford to give away runs at this stage, so get him out of the attack and get someone on who won't. Oh, it's a monster.
Hardly seemed to hit that, yet it sailed over the ropes. That's a century for Langer.
That is another excellent 100 from Justin Langer, and doesn't he love it? Look at the way his eyes are sparkling. He's played typically today. He's a kind of nuggety little player, but his running between the wickets is one of the strengths of his game too. He really deserves that innings. I'm delighted for him. He's always looking for that shot. It's such a strength in his game. Yep, he does play that shot really well. And of course, it brings him a lot of runs.
That wasn't a very good delivery. Well, that'll beat the fielder.
Well played. My favourite stroke. The on drive, it's a difficult stroke to play, but he met it with the full face of the bat. If you've got your feet in the right position, you won't go far. Oh, another one of those, and this bowler will be out of the attack. You can't set fields for a shot like that. Brilliant!
That was a really confident shot.
Oh, that's got the treatment, and you got to say it deserved it.
He looked as if he was home to me. That's in the air, but it's 4 runs. Hogarth continues. That was 6 all the way. That's 50 for Ponting.
He's played a gem of an innings. The key is to retain concentration and move on. Expensive, too expensive, particularly at this stage of the game. You know, you cannot afford to hemorrhage runs like that.
Super shot.
Great strike. Great strike. 6 from the moment he hit it.
What a marvellous shot.
He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral, not so good for the bowler.
The sweeper picks up. fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home. Langer said no to another run. Beautiful piece of fielding. Out. He's been caught.
Now, he made that catch look easy, but it was far from it.
Parmesan gets his first wicket.
Perfect timing today. That's a top-class innings, a joy to watch. Footwork, technique, running between the wickets, high class. Demoralising sight for any bowler. The ball is just sailing over the fence. Oh, he looks good when he hits down the ground. Very good. Excellent shot, excellent. Such an exciting player to watch.
Played into the gap. Oh, that must have been close. That was a good piece of running.
Yes, now that's a good example of how the best teams around put particular importance on their running between the wickets. It squeezes every last run out of an innings and is so important when the thing gets down to the wire. Uppish but safe, I guess you'd say. Keep it on the ground at this stage, but well, we're watching one of the great risk takers.
Well, that isn't the place to bowl at this batsman.
Well, he smashed that for 4, and what a big smile on his face.
Great shot by Martin. Martin facing. That one will have ruffled his feathers. Super shot by Langer. That's a beautiful shot.
Truth be told, we saw a dismal performance from the middle order first time round.
Shot that is beautifully played.
It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far. Well, he hardly seemed to hit it, and it's 6.
Marvellous effort that. An easy catch.
He got into a great position to take that catch. On strike is Michael Clark. Now That was a really good stroke. He looks in great touch out there. Miles, he's hit it miles!
Clark facing.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff. Nicely timed. You don't need to smash the ball to the boundary every time. Sometimes ease and grace will do.
Hogarth is not impressed.
What a wonderful stroke. By heaven, he looks in good shape out there.
And 6.
Exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
Super stuff that. Out 4.
Now have a look at this again. That is a good example of how to take a catch.
This was the end of the innings for Langer. He watched that onto the bat perfectly.
Well, that's perfection. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just stroked it away. What can I say about that shot? He does look in good touch today.
Tadic waiting at the striker's end.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully.
Well,